Chapter 4. The Power of Calm, Confidence, and Emotional Stability. Calm confidence is perhaps the most universally attractive quality a person can possess. Yet, it's also one of the most misunderstood. It's not about being loud, aggressive, or dominating. It's not about never feeling fear, doubt, or uncertainty. Calm confidence is about maintaining your center and emotional equilibrium, regardless of external circumstances. And it's this stability that others find magnetically attractive. The psychology of calm confidence is rooted in what psychologists call emotional regulation and distress tolerance. People who possess calm confidence have developed the ability to experience difficult emotions without being controlled by them. They can feel anxiety without becoming anxious in their behavior. They can experience disappointment without becoming negative or reactive. They can face uncertainty without becoming paralyzed or frantic. This emotional stability is attractive on multiple levels. From an evolutionary perspective, emotional stability signals that someone would be a reliable partner, leader, or ally during difficult times. From a social perspective, emotional stability creates psychological safety for others, allowing them to relax and be more authentic in your presence. From a personal perspective, emotional stability creates a sense of groundedness and authenticity that others find compelling and trustworthy. The neuroscience behind emotional regulation reveals why this quality is so powerful. When you maintain emotional equilibrium under pressure, you're demonstrating advanced prefrontal cortex function, the part of the brain responsible for executive decision-making, impulse control, and emotional regulation. This is the most recently evolved part of the human brain, and its effective functioning signals high cognitive and emotional intelligence. People with calm confidence have typically learned to recognize the difference between feeling an emotion and being controlled by that emotion. They understand that emotions are temporary experiences that provide information about their internal state and external environment. But they don't allow these emotions to dictate their behavior or communication. This doesn't mean suppressing or denying difficult emotions. Emotional suppression actually creates more problems than it solves, and often leads to emotional explosions or passive-aggressive behavior. Instead, calm confidence involves acknowledging emotions while maintaining choice about how to respond to them. The development of calm confidence begins with understanding your emotional patterns and triggers. Most people have predictable emotional responses to certain situations, people, or stressors. They know they'll feel anxious before public speaking, frustrated in traffic, or defensive when criticized. However, they often feel helpless to change these responses. Calm confidence develops when you learn to recognize these patterns early and intervene before they take control of your behavior. This requires developing what psychologists call metacognition, thinking about your thinking. You learn to observe your emotional state from a slight distance, almost like a scientist studying an interesting phenomenon. The practice of mindfulness is fundamental to developing this observational capacity. Mindfulness doesn't mean being perpetually calm or zen. It means being aware of what's happening in your mind and body in real time, without judgment or the immediate need to change it. This awareness creates space between stimulus and response, allowing you to choose your behavior rather than simply reacting automatically. Breathing is one of the most practical tools for maintaining calm confidence. Your breathing pattern directly affects your nervous system, and learning to breathe consciously allows you to regulate your emotional state in real time. When you notice yourself becoming triggered or reactive, a few deep, slow breaths can activate your parasympathetic nervous system and restore emotional equilibrium. Physical posture also plays a crucial role in calm confidence. Research from Harvard Business School shows that adopting confident postures for just 2 minutes can increase testosterone and decrease cortisol, creating genuine changes in confidence and stress levels. Standing tall, keeping your shoulders back, and maintaining an open chest position not only makes you look more confident, but actually makes you feel more confident. Calm confidence also involves developing what researchers call stress inoculation. This means gradually exposing yourself to manageable levels of stress, uncertainty, or challenge in order to build your tolerance and response skills. Just as physical exercise builds physical strength by subjecting muscles to controlled stress, emotional exercise builds emotional strength by subjecting your nervous system to controlled challenges. This might involve taking on public speaking opportunities, having difficult conversations you've been avoiding, or putting yourself in social situations that stretch your comfort zone. The key is to choose challenges that are difficult enough to promote growth, but not so overwhelming that they create trauma or damage your confidence. The way you talk to yourself internally has a massive impact on your ability to maintain calm confidence. People with emotional stability have typically developed what psychologists call self-compassion, the ability to treat themselves with kindness and understanding during difficult moments rather than harsh self-criticism. Self-compassion doesn't mean making excuses or avoiding responsibility. It means recognizing that making mistakes, experiencing setbacks, and feeling difficult emotions are part of the human experience. It means talking to yourself the way you would talk to a good friend who was going through the same situation. This internal kindness creates emotional resilience because it prevents you from compounding difficulties with self-attack. When you make a mistake, instead of spiraling into shame and self-criticism, you can acknowledge the mistake, learn from it, and move forward with your confidence intact. Calm confidence also involves accepting uncertainty as a fundamental part of life, rather than something to be eliminated or controlled. Many people destroy their emotional equilibrium by trying to predict, control, or guarantee outcomes that are inherently uncertain. They waste enormous amounts of mental and emotional energy trying to create certainty in an uncertain world. People with calm confidence have learned to be comfortable with not knowing how things will turn out. They understand that uncertainty is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be navigated skillfully. This acceptance allows them to take action without needing guarantees, to engage in relationships without needing to control outcomes, and to pursue goals without being attached to specific results. This comfort with uncertainty is deeply attractive because it signals emotional maturity and psychological strength. It demonstrates that you can be trusted to remain stable and functional even when things don't go according to plan. It shows that your sense of security comes from internal resources rather than external circumstances. The integration of all these elements, emotional regulation, mindfulness, physical presence, stress tolerance, self-compassion, and comfort with uncertainty, creates a quality of calm confidence that others find irresistibly attractive. It's not a performance or a facade. It's a genuine internal stability that naturally expresses itself in your presence, communication, and behavior. When you possess calm confidence, several things happen automatically. Your voice becomes more resonant and steady. Your eye contact becomes more direct and comfortable. Your movement becomes more fluid and purposeful. Your decision-making becomes clearer and more decisive. Your communication becomes more honest and direct. These changes occur naturally as expressions of your improved emotional regulation, not as behaviors you're trying to adopt.